Good. Are we on? Yes. Good evening, Wella family. Good evening, Wella family. How are you? Lovely day here in Dublin. I'll give Facebook a chance to load up for all you guys to get online as we start our Sunday session, Sunday service. What else is it called? Hiya, Mary. What was it? Yeah. Andrew Answers. That was another one. I quite like that one, actually. Done with Dunne. Yeah, that was an interesting one as well. It's like Sunday service. It's just like Sunday. It's become a bit of a thing now. Hiya, Sarah. Oh, you finally made it live, Sarah. Well done. Congratulations. I'm waiting to see now if my homegirl Pamela Carter can get on live. You know, I'm waiting to see her come on because she's in a hot tub somewhere with the husband, and she's been on the gargle. And you, Nick, want to see you on, Nick. And Nick Khan, these two are hilarious. These two, they're hilarious. But I want her to be on, because I'll talk about her, you know, because she's hilarious, Pamela, absolutely hilarious, and she's a good Scottish lady, which means she can take a few drinks, you know, not unlike us Irish. She can take a few gargles, you know. Listen, Pamela, where are you? You know what I mean? You're sending me messages. Where are you? Get on the page, will you? Get on it. Are you here yet? You know, put up your words. Listen, tag anyone. There's loads of people who are asking, you know, make sure you tag me. Can you hear me? Is everything okay? How's the broadband signal today? I know I'm a bit red. I got a bit of sun earlier, but that's an Irish tan. We're always pink. We don't care. We just love a bit of sun. See, in Ireland, when the sun comes out, it goes in, and it comes out, and it goes in, and it comes out. Pamela's still sending me messages here on this page. She's still sending me messages, but I don't know if she's actually on. I don't know if she's actually on it, you know. She's just sending me pictures, and I think she's half pissed. Hiya, Ollie, how's it going? Jeez, you're becoming a banging member, Ollie. You're posting, and you're brilliant. You're great. It's great to see you on, and it's great. Yeah, post anyone, tag anyone, you know, who's supposed to be on the page. Meanwhile, all the admin are off there having the chats. Good evening, Ollie. Good evening, sir. All the ladies are all off having the chats, and you have to give Facebook a couple of minutes. Hi, Nadine. How's it going? Welcome to the, I call it like the digital campfire, or we're all at the beach today. You know. Excuse me, because I keep getting messages from Nick Khan. Nick, will you tag Pamela for Christ's sake? She's there. She's half pissed in the hot tub, and she's supposed to be on here so I can talk about her. You know what I mean? But she's had a few jars, so tag her, or else maybe her signal isn't good enough. But when we started this page last August, I'll talk about her here now anyway. When we started this page last August, Pamela and me worked on another page, you know, together. Morning, Nick. Yeah, you know what, I just had a really nice iced latte. It's a bit late, but I was thinking of you getting up. Good morning to you, sir. You've been on. Yeah, good morning. Good morning to you, Nick, from Canada. My fabulous admin. My fabulous man. Hopefully we'll all get together, you know what I mean? So, anyway, when we started this page last August, so we're coming up to a year soon, and I want a favour from everybody here. We're coming up to a year soon, so I'd like to. Yeah, Canada here too. I'd love to have 20,000 members by August. We're at 19.1, and there's a good few sort of accounts and stuff that are you know, that you can't talk to them, you can't register them. Here she is. Here's Pamela, out of the hot tub, half cut with a few gargles on her. I was just talking about you, Pamela. You mad joke, you. There's a few jars in you. Great crack she is. Pamela and me were on another page, and we got unceremoniously removed, to be honest with you, anyway. And Pamela and me came on, and so it was me and Pam at the beginning. Me and Pam, and then that day we invited Nick and Christopher and Matthias and everyone, to come in, and we started a new page. But it was me and Pam who right at the beginning. Yeah, 20,000. So we want to hit 20,000. So I want you to invite your friends and invite. But I'm also at the moment any sort of there's accounts that are just, you can't contact them. They're unregistered and there's no names on them. Hiya Laurie, there's no names on the accounts, or I don't even know how they got in. I must have been jarred myself and I let them in. But there's accounts, maybe about 100 of them, which I want to remove because if they're not active. Hi Sophie B, my main girl. I'm doing a gig in Manchester, I think in January, in February, March or April, and I'd love you there. Even though I know you're not 100% Redkin, I'd love you there, Sophie. Yeah, so I'd love you there when I'm doing the Manchester gig, because it would be nice if I was doing. I haven't done a Manchester gig since that one that you were at, so it would be a bit of a big gig. So I'd love you there if you can go, if your team are there. It'd be great crack. Great to see you, Sophie. You're getting more. You're great crack. You're brilliant. But me and Pam, anyway, we started this page last August. We were the first, and then we invited all the rest of the guys on. And so Pam's been there from the start. You'd often see her. There's no messing with our Pam. She knows her stuff, you know what I mean? Hiya, Tanya. There's a good few people came up on the post there, 23, 24 people. So if I didn't get to say hello to you, I'm really sorry, because I like to say hello to everybody. I like to answer every post if possible. And I like to, if at all possible, I like to answer everybody. So today we're going to talk about consultations, clients, referrals, how to hold on to a clientele, how to be around clients, and I'll try and keep this as open-ended as I possibly can, because I know, that's Pam Kill Bill. Messing with Pam, she'll take you out of it, and now she's had a few jars today. They're only Sophie. I'm not deleting anybody who's a good member. I'm only there's literally these sort of dormant, I don't even know what they are. They're like people who have 2 or 3 accounts, and there's 2 or 3 of the same person's account on the page, and and they've got no picture, and they don't comment, and they don't. And I as much as I love 20,000, I don't want unactive posts, unactive members. I'm not talking about anyone who's on the page just following or watching. You know what I mean? It's just there's these I don't know, duplicate accounts or spam accounts or something. So there's about 100 of them, and I just want to remove them. Yeah, we love yourself. It's got nothing to do. It's nothing to do with the everyday person. Proper account, especially someone as sassy as you, babes. Hi Liz, what's going on? That was some gig at Glastonbury last night, wasn't it? The Killers absolutely nailed it. Now I know people around the world just don't all understand what Glastonbury is, but Glastonbury is a huge festival in Britain, and it's shown on the BBC every year, and it's absolutely brilliant television, And last night, the Killers had played the main stage before, and they weren't. They played well, but they weren't as good as the Killers can be. So they sort of came back last night and they fixed that up. They really fixed it up, and they were amazing last night. They were phenomenal. So back to what we were going to talk about today. Hi Irene, how's it going? Just saw you comment, and there was a lovely post there. People talking about how intimidated they get by the work, on the page, but you should never be. You can only play your own game. It's like what your neighbour's car drives. Who gives a shit? Do you know what I mean? Who cares as long as you're happy? You got to appreciate beautiful work, and you don't worry about none of it. You know what I mean? Hi Marty, how's it going? Welcome. Don't worry about what other people are posting. Play your own game. Do I have any show in Leeds? No, I'll only be doing Manchester, Donna. So you'll have to come to Manchester, okay? And I very rarely, I might be doing London as well, but I won't be doing millions of gigs. So I'll be more like doing a big couple of big gigs, and we'll be having the crack, and we'll be having the dances, and we'll be doing rock the boat, baby. It'd be like a Peter Kay gig, you know what I mean? We'll have a great bit of crack. So my advice is get in the car, come down, because it'll be a brilliant. The Manchester gig, I love the north of England. I particularly love the north of England crowd. I love the sales guys. I love everything about it. So I would definitely. Yeah, it's no problem, Liz. I'll talk to you later. I would definitely come down to the Manchester one. You know, if I was you, it'd be well worth the trip, and it'd be a bit of crack, and you'd enjoy it. There's no date set yet, but I'm going to talk to Judith, and I made a promise. Ollie'd love to see you there. I made a promise to Judith that I'd do a gig in Manchester, and so I'm a man of my word. You know what I mean? I'm a man of my word. Hi Maria, how's it going? It'll be a brilliant day, and it'll be a brilliant day, and we lots of stuff. Hi Stephen, on from LA. How's it going? That looked at a serious show on the other day. Count me in. Yeah, Donna, you don't want to miss it. It'll be great crack. And everybody get a skin test, because I'm more than likely going to pull people out of the audience to do their hair. I'm full on. You know what I mean? I'm full on. I'll just go. I'll just go for it. I'll do hair till the cows come home. So if you arrive with a skin test receipt, there's a very good chance if you're up the front that I'll go, come on, get up on stage, get your hair done. Boom, boom, boom in the room. Hey Jerry, how you doing? Great to have you on live. Great just having the chats here anyway. But Glastonbury's been amazing. I know around the world people don't know what Glastonbury is, but it's one of the best TV events of the year for a lot of us here. We love it. It's like, certain things are probably better on the TV. I always think if it was at Glastonbury I wouldn't enjoy it as much, unless I was obviously backstage at the Pyramid, But the tickets for that are quite pricey, You can get a ticket for the whole weekend corporate for about €2,000. But I'd imagine backstage at the Pyramid is like gonna set you back serious money. We agree. We don't just bite. What are you saying? I don't know. Yes, we are just the same. We are, Pamela. And you're off there up in the hot tub with the husband on haven't you? You deserve it though. She's been training as a trichologist, as Pam, and she's been trying to run the page, and she's been trying to run a business, and she's one of these that does about 140 clients a day. So I mean, she'd kill you. Thanks, Attract. Is it Attract? Yeah, Olivia, thanks. We love the page. We love you too. The page is only as good as the people on it, and obviously all attitudes come from the top. And our attitude from the top is we're just like you guys. We're behind the chair and we're doing our best, and we understand. And there's no question too stupid. There's no question you can't ask. If people make you feel stupid, don't worry. We'll come down on them quite quickly. But in saying that, anybody who's on the page, pretending they're not a hairdresser and stuff, because there's a bit of that going on. I'll find you and you'll be gone. Bye bye. Understand? Bye bye. Understand. That's. Yes, love you, Pam. You've been there from the start. You're there from that morning. Yeah, about 6:30 in the morning, we got removed from a page that we built to 10,000, which is now a dead page, and I'd say the engagement on it is about 50 people and 2 dogs. And it doesn't matter. You find out, see all these influencers this week. This girl had 3 million followers, and she put up her t-shirts and sold 36 of them. See what I mean? It's all rubbish. Yeah, take it from me. Influencers are over. Boom. Gone. They mean nothing now. They mean nothing. It's the wisdom economy. It's only people who have got something to say and something to teach that you listen to. People like Stephen Moody on the page, or Sonia Dove, or people who are actually have been around the block. The influencers days are gone. Thank God. Anyway, thank God. There's an awful lot of wasters on that. But anyway, we'll get on to what we were going to talk about. Consultations, building a clientele. I know, 59 people and 2 dogs. That's it, Marie. The engagement never lies. The data never lies, Marie. If you get into the data with some people, you'll see very quickly. You can have 3 million followers. You can have 3 million followers and 5 active ones, and 3 of them are dead, So we have 85% engagement. 17,000 people are on the page every day. Isn't that ridiculous? Our news feed must just be all over the place on other people's page. Hi Lucy, great to see you. I won't be doing any courses in Scotland. If I am, I'll be doing them with Pam. I don't really leave the salon that much. I don't really. If I do, but Scotland is Mark Allison has asked me to do a gig in Scotland before, but I only do 2 or 3 a year, and most of them are You know, most of them are away now and stuff, bigger ones, and I've made promises to the American Wella that'll come over, so like that'll be it. So again, my advice would be, if you really want to go and have a great day, the Manchester one will be the next one, and that will be the one. Hi Lucy, great to see you. You know, but if we do a Scotland one, it'll be me and Pam. God knows where, God knows what, but we'll see. You never know. You just never know. So I know exactly what it's like building clienteles, you know, because I left hairdressing for a few years and I came back and I didn't have one castle. As I said, Maria, it won't be Newcastle, I'll be in Manchester, get in the car, come to Manchester. When I put up the days, it'll sell out in 24 hours. The Dublin one, we sold 50 seats in 12 hours. So if you're hemming and hawing and going, I don't know if I want to go, and I don't know if I can, I don't know, you won't be there, okay? Because it'll sell out like that, okay? Boom. It'll sell out at that, because there'll be loads of people who want to bring all their staff and have the crack, and it'll sell out quick. So Manchester will be the next one, and it'll be brilliant, and hopefully, you know, a few of the admin can come. And anyway, I don't, particularly at the moment, because my manager's out on maternity leave, so I don't get to leave the salon as much as I would like. Now in the future, maybe I'll do this full time and I'll just travel the world opening up supermarkets and, you know, opening up shops and singing, you know, Neil Diamond tunes and George Michael and Sweet Caroline and having the crack. I mean, I'd love that. So just keep building the page, and then eventually Wella will pay me, like, you know, yeah, hundreds of thousands a year just to go around. And I'll have Nick with me and Pamela, and we'll end up in rehab, you know. We'll be the oldest people in rehab. But, you know, it could be a great journey. It would be a great thing to watch on the page, wouldn't it? It would. I know Nick would be up for it anyway, you know. It'd be the crack, wouldn't it? You know, the fall from grace, as they say. The fall from grace. So, but anyway, I know what it's like to build a clientele. I came back, I was travelled the world for about 7 years, and I came back, I didn't have one client. Not one client. Hey, Laurie? Not one client. And I had to build and rebuild. And so I totally understand what it's like to build a clientele. And I'm going to try and keep this open, because an awful lot of you are freelance these days and mobile, and you're working in studios, and, you know, you're not in salons like you used to be. So I'll try and just not make it salon based, and ask any questions that you want to ask. The most important thing, you know, is the yeah, there was definitely a bit of Neil in the Manchester one, and definitely a bit of, you know, LA's fine, but it ain't home. New York's home, but it ain't home no more. I said. You know, I could give it all that. If you were there, Pam, but I won't if you're not there. So if you're not coming, I'm not going to give I said off the stage. But if you're there, I'll whack that one out, and you'll be on the floor. You'll be blown away. Blown away. Anyway, consultation, okay? Consultation is the key to everything. Hiya, Helen, welcome. Consultations are the key to everything. Now, in Europe, we do skin tests on everybody, okay? We do skin tests. We have to, it's the law. We do skin tests on everyone, okay? So in my salon, this is how we approach it, okay? We book them in for a skin test, which has to be 48 hours before the colour. And then, oh, there you are, Karen, out in the tent. I can only imagine what's going on over there, Karen. Great to have you on. I had a rough day yesterday. It was hot in salons, wasn't it? It was Pride in Dublin, and it was one of those days, you know. It was just, anyway, it was a mental day. I'm not even going to talk about it, because it's in the rear view mirror. It's gone. Boom. Never going to see it again. Thanks be to God. But anyway, you know. Right, consultations. We do skin tests and consultations in the salon. So, we always do them before the client comes in, and we book in 15 or 20 minutes. Hi, Amy. We book in 15 or 20 minutes. Hi, Maura. How you doing? We book in 15 or 20 minutes to do the skin test. I think maybe longer. You know, they have to sit there with the skin test. Hi, Janice. And we tend to do the consultation at the same time. Now, my advice with consultations is, if at all possible, meet the client at the desk, if you can, or meet them at the door. If you know they're coming in and you're there, meet them at the door. And it's really easy. You just say, hi, I'm Andrew. welcome to Maine. How are you? Can I take your jacket? Yeah. Lovely day. Hi Bridge, how you doing? Good to see you on. Thanks for last week. I'm keeping your videos for the right time with to do with apprenticeships, so I'm going to choose the right moment to drop them, so I'm keeping them on. So back to this. So you meet the client at the desk, take their coat. Eye contact is very important. Hi, how are you? Handshake. I'm Andrew. Welcome to Maine, or, welcome to the salon. Bring them in, sit them down. I mean, I like to make sure they have a tea or coffee, or our coffee cups have the Maine written on them and all that. Makes it look good. And sit them there with a magazine. And then my advice is, hi Adele, yeah, I know you're on maternity leave. I've been following you. Hey Bridge. And I like, if you can get away from the mirror and just look straight at them, and then have a really good chat about their hair and what they want to get done and what their expectations are. Ask them if they have any pictures, all that type of stuff. Ask them all that type of stuff. I like to have some magazines in front of me, because when people pull out these crazy ash pictures and stuff like that, if you have an Elle or an It or a You magazine, there's nobody with that hair colour in the real world in a magazine. So I always just go, let's see if we can find somebody like with black and white hair in Vogue, which you won't, because that's an Instagram picture made to sell hair colour. That's all it is. It's not actually real. It's like, they're great aspirational and inspirational pictures, but they're not made to be worn in the real world with somebody going home and washing their hair in Palm 10 and then, coming in the next day and going, oh, faded. Yeah, well, absolutely, sweetheart. It was just bleached to a level 10. Fade, you'll be lucky if the thing lasts a week, So have a good chat with them. The main thing to understand is that you have to be yourself, okay? You have to be yourself with a client. You have to be honest with a customer, okay? You have to be honest and you have to be straight up with a customer. Hi, Shavita, I'm a big fan of your work. CJ, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your name properly, but I love your work, okay? Your work is beautiful. Thank you for being on the page. So try to be honest, and because whatever you say in the consultation, you're going to have to deliver behind the chair. You understand what I'm saying? Hi, McVell. If I'm not pronouncing your names right, I'm chronically dyslexic, in case anyone hadn't noticed from the fact that I have to edit every post about 1 million times, But anyway, don't let that hold you back. It doesn't hold me back, It's just the way it is. Just the way it is. You're good at some things, you're bad at others. So have a good look at their skin, have a good look at their eyes, have a good look at their hair, have a good look at what will work with them. Try to make sure that they see that the hair is actually not a hat, okay? If you tell them, well, your skin's quite pink, so that's not going to work, with your blue eyes and that type of stuff, and have a good chat with them. They'll look at you, okay, and you'll look at you, and they'll see that you're honest, they'll see that you're telling the truth, and they will get it, And if they don't get it, this is what always happens. I will tell you now, because I'm a long time in the business. If somebody's looking for something that's not achievable and it's mental, and you say, listen, it's not achievable, that's not going to work, we're not going to be able to do that for you, and she goes, great, she has a skin test, and she goes somewhere else, when it doesn't work out, which it won't, because there isn't like somebody around the corner who's better than you, that can break the rules of hair colour, because it just isn't the way it is. And they'll go off and they'll say, I want this colour, and then it'll end up in a mess, and they will remember you saying to them that it wasn't achievable, and that their hair, even if it went that colour, would fall out or would break or wouldn't be achievable, and they wouldn't be able to blow dry it, blah 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 blah. They will remember you. Now, it can be I've had clients come back to me 2 or 3 years later going, I came into you about something 3 years ago and you told me you couldn't do them. And they always come back, and then they become a client for life, because if they don't believe that's okay. But if you then try to sell them, if you try to do something which can't be done, it can't be done, then that they're going to lose them. And a client will 30% of the time, if they have a great experience, they'll tell people, oh, I've had a great experience. 30% of the time. 85% of the time, if they have a bad experience, they tell everyone. They tell every single human being. I went to that salon up the road and I asked them for a white blonde and it came out yellow. Of course you came out yellow. You're going to come out yellow in every salon in the world, you know? So, always be honest, be yourself. Who you are behind the chair is really important, okay? So it's really important that you're yourself and that you're honest. Pull out the L's, pull out the its, pull out the U's. There's no model in the world who's ever going to let somebody screw up their hair like you'd see in an Instagram post. So you don't have to worry. You can go through it post after post, post after post. But you're not going to see any crap weaved highlights in those magazines either. So, you know, just be straight and be yourself. Always try to take the emotion out of it. This is an important thing. This is probably easier for me. I'm able to look at a woman now, you know, like I'm able to look at a 17-year-old kid who's absolutely beautiful, and I'm not in feeding with her energy, because I'm looking at her from, you know, a hair point of view, and she can see that, so they're not intimidated by you. And so always bring it about eyes, skin, hair, vocal points, bone structure. What areas you want to highlight, what areas do you not want to highlight. I mean, there's some simple things behind the chair that you have to understand. I mean, so if you look at, say, Sarah Jessica Parker's hair, I mean, she's a very long forehead, so her highlights tend to start at her eyebrow, you know, because they don't want the vocal point to start here, because it's going to make her face look too long. So if you have a customer who has quite a big forehead, you might say to them, it's better to just start here, and then we'll bring the vocal points into your mouth or into your bone structure, because I think that's a lovely part of your face. And then the client's going, God, he knows, he's looking at my face, he's talking about eyebrows, he's talking about bone structure, he's talking about oh, they're falling in love with you because you actually care. Okay, you actually care. You've now got skin in the game. And if you want a customer for life, you have to have skin in the game. Anybody can go behind the chair and say, what would you like today? Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Even if it's crap, I'll give you that. It's like going into a restaurant, you know. A great restaurant, a waiter will recommend the best meal for you in the world. You know? And in a crap restaurant, they'll ask you what you want to eat. Okay? So, depends what type of person you want to be. It's the same in a salon. So if you look at something like, say, Jennifer Aniston, her highlights always had a stronger structure right through here, which used to just offset her chin, you know? So she's changed her colour a million times in the last 20 years. Has she ever changed her vocal point? Never. Because that's to do with her bone structure. That's to do with her face. So we'll be talking about that later, about how you can change somebody's colour every single time. Hiya, Lucian. How you can change somebody's colour every single time, but not change the vocal points, okay? And this is really important. If you want to keep a client for life, you must always aim for the colour to bring out the vocal points, the bone structure, the skin tone, the eye colour. It's not a hat, okay? And if they bring in a picture of somebody with a fully made up makeup, you know, and then, you know, bleached off their head colour, yeah, and then they're sitting there and they've pink skin, and you just have to go, no, I'm sorry, that's not going to work, you know. And if you tell them what will make them look beautiful, what will make them look the best. Hiya, Lucy, good to see you on. If you weren't on from the start, you can watch it back, because there's a lot of stuff there, but I'll have to just keep going. I'm in the saddle now, you know, jumping over those fences, you know. I'm in the saddle now, even though I'm scared of my life of horses. One tried to bite me when I was younger, but we won't go into that. It's always about improving them. It's all about making the best of what they have, you know. And if they don't have great bone structure, then it's about their skin. And if they don't have great skin, then it's about their eyes. But there's always something you can make somebody look better at, okay? Always somebody. You know, there's always somebody you can make look better at. So I hope the signal's still good here. I've been told that I've been told that the signal is crap. So you tell me if the signal is good. How are you, Greg? How's it going? Weather a bit better today. Hope you're up having the barbecue, you know. So that's the important thing, okay? Skin, eyes, vocal points. There's always areas in the face that you hold. So always talk about what's achievable. Always talk about what's not achievable. Don't be afraid, because remember, whatever you say, hi Katie, whatever you say in the consultation, you must deliver. You must deliver in the hair appointment, okay? You absolutely and utterly must deliver. This is, in fact, every time you do hair, you must deliver. You must deliver. And if you can't deliver, go off and get some training to make sure you can deliver, you know? Yeah, see, most people are, you know, hair is a very emotional thing for people. But you've got to take the emotion out of the consultation and make it about them. Skin, eyes, hair, focal points, bone structure, texture, what colour have they got in their hair. Like a detective at the scene of a crime. He's not going to say, oh, I think it's your man who killed him. He's going to look at the evidence, okay? He's going to look at the evidence and he's going to go, the evidence says A, B, C. And you've got to do the same with hair. You know, the evidence says that you've got home colour. You know, that you've got home colour in your hair and that's not achievable. But this is what we can do. And this is what will work. And it will go with your skin and it will make your eyes and you'll have grey hair. Hiya, Gary. You'll have grey hair, okay? You'll have grey hair, I promise you that. But you won't have, you know, a black and white melt. You know? A black and white melt. It's okay to say no to a client. Bad news travels. But like I said earlier, you know, if they've had a bad experience, they'll tell 80% of everybody in their circle. If they've had a good experience, they tell about 35%. But you've got to deliver. You've got to deliver with the public every single time. You've got to deliver Tuesday morning. You've got to deliver Saturday afternoon. You've got to deliver. My first one yesterday walked in. It was 3.5 hours, and I put up the picture this morning. Boom, got to deliver. You've got to deliver no matter what's going on. No matter what's going on, you've got to deliver. Okay, so that's the consultation. Is so important. It's important to make it about them, about the person in the chair, and to remember you're in their space. Okay, you're in their energy. Hi, Mairead. You're in their little space, and you're in energy. So when you're in somebody's space, be really respectful of that. Be really respectful of somebody's space. You know, if you've ever had a great massage, or you've ever had somebody here, or, you know, great reflexology or great acupuncturist, and somebody walks in and they're in your space, and you feel that they have a good energy, you feel that they have a respect for your space, for your energy. You always think, oh God, I really like this person. You know, I really like this person in me. So when you're in somebody's space, be aware that your energy is beside their energy and respect that. It's very, very important. A lot of clients will drain a hairdresser. A lot of hairdresser will drain a client. But if you respect their space and you have your boundary of professionability, which is about their skin, their eyes, their hair, the focal point, it is about how they feel and it isn't about how you feel, you'll find it'll work out much better for you. There won't be that energy transfer, you know? And if they're really overly emotional, I had one a couple of weeks ago who was overly emotional, and I told her that her fear was creating the block from her getting a grey hair colour. Because, how you doing, Heather? Great to see you. Her fear that was coming on me like a tsunami, her fear was the reason she wasn't getting a good hair colour. Because the fear, and I said to her, I said, you've got to remove that fear. I said, because every hairdresser is just going to be afraid in their life of you, and they're going to give you whatever you're asking for, and what you're asking for isn't what you need, you know. What you need is a nice cool brown because your skin's a bit too pink, and this is what you need. And you know, she went for it, but she was afraid of her life, you know. That's okay, Pam. It's okay. I'm back, I think. But so that's the really important, okay? Consultation. Skin, hair and eyes, focal points, bone structure, what will work, what will not work, where's the areas you need to bring out, have they a long face, have they a short face, what's their best features, is it their eyes, is it their skin, is it their hair, there's always something you can highlight, okay? You can have someone's no bone structure, you can highlight their eyes, you can reduce the pink in their skin, you can do different things, okay? Just have to be open to it and to recommend it and have a bit of skin in the game. So many hairdressers no skin in the game, and therefore. And then when they come in to the appointment, you've got to deliver on the consultation, okay? Got to, okay? You've told them that this is what you're going to do, so you've got to do it. So go back through your consultation and have another chat with them. about everything and make sure it's all well. And again, remember when you're doing the hair to respect their space and to respect your space. Now, this is another thing that I see quite a lot, okay? Clients ask you how you are, so how are you? How are you getting on? They don't really care how you are, okay? I know this is a hard thing to accept when you're behind the chair and you feel like you're the superstar hairdresser, but they actually don't really, until they get to know you and they're going to you years, they don't really care. Am I back on, Pam? Yeah. They don't really care about you. They really care about themselves, and they care about their hair, and they care about what's happening, So try to keep the conversation, particularly on the first few consultations, about the hair and about them. And if they ask you how you are, you say, I'm fine, I'm great, and bring that back to the conversation to them, bring it back to about their hair, bring it back to them about the products, bring it back, and try to educate them, try to teach them. I teach them about underlying pigments, teach them about the science of hair, talk to them about hair, exactly, Karen. It's great. How are you? So many hairdressers that I have seen who are very, very good hairdressers. And the reason they're not as successful as... Yeah, I think we're still on. The reason we're not as successful... the reason they're not as successful is... Sorry there, Pam just asked me a question in the middle of all this. Typical looking Pam. She's always the way. She's on the jar there. Pamela, you're probably about to get arrested, love. Wherever you are, you're probably about to get arrested because you've drank the place dry. But anyway, I'll see you later. It's because when they're asked how they are, they actually spend an hour talking about themselves and their wife and their kids and their family and their this and their that. And hiya Terry, great to have you on. Try to keep it professional and try to keep the boundaries of that professionality. Try to keep it about their face shape, their bone structure, and the products they're using and what they want from their hair and all this type of stuff. And then, you're back. Okay, you're back. You didn't get arrested then, Pam. No, I was worried you were throwing champagne bottles at someone or, you broke into, like I said, without me. So don't talk about yourself too much, okay? Always talk about them and about their lifestyle and about what they can do and about their hair, and talk about your brand. If you are self-employed behind the chair, talk about what you are, what you do, what your belief system is, what the salon is. I mean, I talk a lot about Maine and when I opened it up and how I didn't want to travel as much as I used to work. I used to travel all the time for Wella. And I said I just started this because I wanted it to be the best salon. And I look at them and I just say, because to be honest with you, you're in one of the best colour salons in the world. And they are. Simple as that. And when they see that and they feel that, it's not an ego thing. It's just that we'll do everything we can to nail your colour. And they feel that and they want to be a part of that. So that's really, really, really important. This is Amy, how you doing? You can catch it later, you can watch it all week, so don't talk about yourself too much. Keep it on the hair, the brand, the salon, them, what they get on, what do they want. People want to talk about themselves. They want to talk about and if you can keep it about hair and keep it about that type of thing, or then you can talk about what they're watching on Netflix, not what you're watching on Netflix. So many brilliant hairdressers fall down because they spend the whole day talking about themselves, and clients get drained. Clients are drained out of their life because they want to talk about themselves. They want that's just the way of it. So be very aware, be very careful of that. I used to fall into those trips myself when I was in my 30s. And I'd be off talking about, someone said, how are you? And then I'd be telling them I was in Ibiza and I was here and I was there. And they were sort of thinking, he's a lunatic, And they were thinking, how consistent is he? Because they're judging you. They're always judging you. They are the ones paying. Remember that. Without customers, you don't have a salon, okay? Without customers, you don't have nothing. People talk about retail and, all this type of stuff. But consultations are everything. Bone structure, skin tone, eye colour, face shape, boom, 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 boom. These things, and yeah, safe topics. Karen's right. You know, you don't want to get into it with people, and you really got to respect their boundary, their energy boundary and your boundary. Anybody who's in, I can work around people. I can knock clients out. I can make them fall asleep. I don't talk that much. I don't talk that much when I'm talking to them. I tend to just say, you know what now, you just relax, have a nice cup of coffee and read the magazine, and I'm going to nail your colour for you, okay? And I look at them right in the eye and I say, I'm going to nail your colour. This is going to be the best colour you've ever had. And you know what? It is, because I deliver. I always deliver. And if you don't deliver, you won't be busy. It's really that simple. You won't be busy. You got to deliver. You got to deliver behind the chair. When I come on here at 6 o'clock on a Saturday, or on a Sunday night, talking to you guys, I got to deliver. I got to deliver. It's and everything comes from the top. Everything comes from the bosses. Everything comes from, how you handle your consultations and everything. So, but for so many people that are self-employed now and all this stuff is just really relevant as well. It's really relevant. And the best thing, Terry, is to just lead from the front. And just be so passionate and proud about your brands but I suppose the bigger the salons they get, the harder that is. Now, here's another little tip for people, when they're behind the chair. Everybody loves a freebie, okay? Everybody loves a freebie. When you're in a sandwich shop and you want the same girl to make your chicken sandwich for you because she puts that little bit of extra chicken on and she puts that little bit of extra mayonnaise on. You know what I'm talking about. That girl, you're thinking, there's Mary, That's okay, Karen. You put up the windbreaker. You have to have a windbreaker in Ireland, if you want to get a bit of tan. So, you're in that shop and you're always saying to Mary there behind the counter, oh, how are you, Mary? How are you? Yeah, you know what? I'll have the chicken and the stuffing, and Mary always puts that little bit of extra chicken on, and she puts that little bit of extra stuffing on, and then you're asking Mary, how are you, Mary? How was your weekend? How's everything? You don't really care about Mary. You don't really care about Mary's weekend. You care about your chicken, and you care about your stuffing, and you care about your mayonnaise. You know it, and I know it, so don't fool yourself. Clients are no different, okay? Every client loves a bit of a freebie, and you should never give anything away for free off your bill. So it's always nice to give them a little bit of a treatment, or if you have to buy it yourself, you have to buy it yourself behind the counter, and keep a little, fusion mask or whatever you're having, and give them a little fusion mask or something. If you were the client of the Basins, or I gave a client a box of Nioxin hair growth pills yesterday, Now they cost about 40 quid for me to buy. She spends about 12 to 15,000, 20,000 in my salon. Okay? Anything I can do to help, Terry, get them to watch this maybe. So I gave her that box of pills, So for that 40 quid, I felt her hair was just not great. And that was a big complimentary thing to give. But I just said, Deirdre, I'm going to give you these pills because I feel they're going to help your hair. And I know that she'll go ahead and buy another 3 or 4 months of them once she runs out of that packet. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's a good thing to do. It's a good thing to do. Everybody loves a little freebie. Everybody loves the bit more chicken on their sandwich. Everybody loves the bit more stuffing. Everybody loves Mary who just gives her the little bit more stuffing. And the day Mary doesn't give you a little bit of extra chicken and she screws you on the stuffing, she's gone for you. And expect the client to be the same. So you have to mind them. And if you're free, wash your own client. That's another thing. All my career, when I'm free, I'm washing my customer. Okay? I'm washing my customer. Number one, it looks great for the junior staff to see a senior staff member. Now, if you're knackered and you have to sit down, you have to do stuff, true. I understand that. I'm like that as well. But if you're free, take the client's jacket when they're coming in, wash their hair, see them out. Door to door, it's called. Door to door. And then if you do that, everyone loves Mary. I was like, how are you, Mary? You'll have the chicken stuffing, babes. And she takes care of you, a little bit of extra chicken. She keeps that. And that little bit of extra chicken. So just give them a little bit of an extra treatment. Give them a little, just give a little bit of something. Never drop your price. Never drop your money off your ticket. Never discount your promise ever. Never Groupon. Nothing. Not even people who give discounts on referrals. Big mistake. People will refer you because you're the best at your job, not because you're cheap. Okay, you do not want to be referred to as cheap. Okay, ever. Okay, ever. If people refer you, or if you get 10 or 12 clients from a customer, when she's leaving, have a little bag of retail for her going, left you a shampoo and conditioner there, Tom. Yeah, those 4 or 5 clients you recommend to the shop, thanks a million. That's the right shampoo and conditioner for you. Okay? Don't think I don't respect you. Don't think I don't love you. Fantastic. Here, I'll put your coat on for you. You have a lovely day. Take care of yourself. No, it's my pleasure. Okay? It's that easy. But do not discount. Do not drop it off the ticket. Do not. You've got to know your value. If you have skill. If you have skills and if you have passion, then you have value. Work on your skills. Make sure you have the love. You bring the love in the game. And the value will follow. And know your value. Hiya, Teresa. How's it going? How's my lady? So always a little bit. I always buy an extra tub or two of treatments, and we take care of our clients. We always take, we give them that little bit of stuff. We just take care of them. We take care of them. We try to take care of them every time, because it's a bit like the chicken sandwich thing, The day she doesn't give you that bit of chicken, they're gonzo. They're gonzo, and we always check and see if they're, and there's a lot of marketing stuff, but when the client's in the salon, make them feel special. Wash their hair yourself. It shows a good thing to your junior staff if you're standing beside them saying, Jesus, the water's a bit messy today, isn't it? The water's a bit moody, isn't it? How's your water, Mary? Is it alright? It's a bit moody, isn't it? And you're standing beside washing with them, they love you for it. Do you know what I mean? And you can have a bit of crack with them and say, you're off out to the festivals, you're watching Glastonbury tonight. You can have a bit of crack with them, you're going out for Pride tonight, you can have a bit of laugh with them. I always nearly every Saturday I always try to wash my last client. If I'm not, I do the stock order as well. And no matter what, it looks. You gotta lead from the front. You've got to work with your staff. You've got to work for your staff. You've got to work with your staff. You've got to be a part of it. You've got to understand. And by doing all these things, this is what makes you hold on to a clientele. Is your clients become your biggest fans. So they like you. They like your energy because you're not draining them. You talk to them about their hair. You're trying to make them look the best they can possibly look, even if they're no J-Lo. Yeah, no, well, see, Terry, if you wash, they'll wash the odd time. You know what I mean? It depends on I wash my clients. If I came to work in your shop tomorrow and I was free, I'd wash their clients. And then they go, well, what's he doing washing their clients? And I'd steal their clientele, boom. And I charge double what they're charging, probably triple what they're charging. And I'd be doing them. I'd be doing them that way. Hi, Kelly. How's it going? I know you're going into sales, babes. I wish you the best of luck. We're all here for you. I hope you do well. But, this is what personal service is. A lot of people talk about service. They talk about personal service. And they talk about this. And then they double book, everybody. And it doesn't go anywhere. And you gotta, like as Pam just said there, you gotta lead by example. You gotta be careful, but you've gotta make your clients field education. Okay, babes, well, we're here if you need it. If you need us, if you make your clients your fans, they're out having a drink, and someone's going, I love your blonde hair, it's gorgeous. And then she says, I went a bit beiger because I find it's nicer on my skin tone, because you've talked to her about this. She now knows that this is what works on her skin tone, not the ash, because you've actually looked her in the eye and told her. And so she's going to go, I went a bit beiger because that's the colour Cameron Diaz wears her hair all the time. Have you ever seen Cameron Diaz with ash hair? No. Okay, so she's now talking to her friend like you've talked to her. This is the way of it. She's then going, look at them, Sienna Miller, or if you look at them, none of them do crazy stuff with their hair, and their hair is always beautiful. I go to this guy called Andrew, and he's blah blah blah. They start to talk, okay? So they're not only selling you, but they're selling your belief system. They're selling what you sell. They're selling your core system. So before that client that she's recommending has come into the shop, she already wants what you have to offer. Do you understand the sheer power in that? It is phenomenal. You know, people like are always say, I'm always putting up warm blondes. You know what I mean? On a page where, you know, everyone's just ash. I'm always putting up warm blondes. You know why? Because I believe it's expensive, and I believe it doesn't wreck your hair, and I believe all these things, and my clients believe it. And then when somebody sees them out, a girl goes, "Oh, I love that hair color," and that's how it works. This is how it is. Your customers will sell your belief system for you. Always, your core comes from your core, from your clients. They will sell they will go, oh, you know, and Andrew never does weaved highlights. He does these shapes, and he doesn't do any highlights too high up my forehead because he doesn't want to make my forehead too long. And he doesn't do it, and he always uses Wellaplex, and he always puts a treatment on my basins, and he actually washes himself if he's free. It's like I've never been in a salon like it. Boom. She's not talking about the fact that we're very expensive. She's not talking about the fact that she has to wait 3 months to get an appointment with me. She's not talking about the fact that that I'm slow. She's not talking about any of those things. She's talking about all the positives. So referrals are your lifeblood. Everybody's out trying to get new business, but it's the business that you have that creates the new business. And if your clients are not recommending customers, you're not going to survive. Okay, you're not going to survive. So you must, every client you do, you must deliver. You must deliver. You know, you must deliver, and if you do something like you just said there, Sarah, if you do something that's not going to work for them, it's not going to look good for them, they will blame you. No matter what, if they ask for it, if they begged you to do it, you're the professional, and they'll go, God, it looks horrible. I can't believe she let me do it. That's what she will say. And she will walk out and she'll tell all her friends, oh God, I don't know if I go back there now. You understand what I'm saying? That if you do that, she'll blame you. No matter what, because you're the professional. You're the one behind the chair. She said, you know, will that look good on me? And you say no. Always, then we're back to being honest, being yourself, telling the truth, not hiding. And that comes from education and knowing what you're talking about, you know. Now, it is harder when you're building a clientele because you've got to take walk-ins and you've got to take whatever comes in the door. And that's really difficult because people who don't book ahead and who just walk in looking for a hair colour and cut tend to be people who don't really care, you know, and don't really care, and for a lot of people who are, and again now we're gonna talk about this as well. We're going to talk about, so we work upstairs. We don't have ground floor. Okay, we don't have ground floor because if we did, we wouldn't be able to do the type of work we have because, you know, we just wouldn't have the type of clients we have because we spend so long over each customer and stuff like that, you know. So referrals are key, referrals are lifeblood, and then for us it's the Instagram and Facebook. Okay, they're really important. Now 50% of my clientele is actually under 20 years of age. Can you believe that? Like, I'm 52 this year. I'm 52 in August. Right, so I get all the young girls in Dublin looking for balayage. And you know why? This is what happens, right? Young people these days, they don't even Google, okay? They don't Google. They don't do any of that stuff. I mean, in my day, it was called the Yellow Pages. You know, you went to the Yellow Pages and you looked up, you know, plumber or whatever. You know, forget about it. So a young girl these days, she goes on Instagram and she puts in hashtag balayage in Dublin or hashtag balayage in LA or hashtag balayage in Birmingham. And then whatever pictures come up under those hashtags, she looks at those pictures, and whoever seems to be doing the ones that she likes or she's most attracted to, she then becomes friends on their profile. And she then follows them, looks at all the work, and she looks at it like a menu, like it's a Chinese menu. And she's looking at it going, yeah, no, I like that, I like this, I like the look of him, I like the look of that. And then they make an appointment. I get so many appointments of young girls, 17, 18, spending huge money on their hair, you know, via Instagram. they just come in and say, where did you come in? Or, like last week, guys last week who were on, I won the award last week, thanks a million, Best Colour Salon 2019. Very, very proud of the salon, very proud of the team, very proud to be there. But anyway, I delighted to have won, and delighted to have seen Maeve give me the award. She's a bit of a legend, so that was really nice. And thanks everybody for making us that. But there we go. So back to this, back to fans, and back to all that stuff. So Instagram, before and after, I just like after pictures on my Instagram because I like my Instagram to be beautiful, but it's just, Instagram for us is commercial. Instagram for us is all about clients. A lot of people use Instagram to try and sell education days. For us, Instagram is really good for the younger clientele. Your Facebook page is really good for the older clientele. Everybody's ma's on Facebook these days, everybody's granny is on Facebook these days. So you got to look at your Facebook page like that for the slightly more mature client, and then the Instagram, I think, for the younger client. But I'll see brilliant, beautiful salons now who spent millions on their salon, and they've no hair pictures on their Instagram. I mean, none. Okay, none. And I'll see this in places, and then I'll look at somebody like Jane Wallace's Facebook, or Jane Wallace's balayage, and I'll go like, she's just working on her own, and they'll travel around the world to get their hair done with her, that's the way it is now. So there's no like, if I put an ad in a magazine with a picture of my salon, that I'm going to be busy. Not going to happen. If you're not on Instagram and you're not on Facebook, that type of referral you're not going to get. But if you're not working with your core clients to create new clients in the first place, you're not going to be busy anyway. So that's the most important thing, is your core clients are everything. But then you've let's see, what else have I got to say? This is a good thing as well. I think over the years it's been difficult for me at times, but this has been the truth. If my work got stuck at a certain time, if my work got stuck in, I got stuck basically. If I got stuck doing the same thing, like, I probably do a lot of beige blondes, but if I got stuck doing the same technique or the same look, and there was something else happening, like, we'll take the balayage revolution as we'll take that. We'll talk about that one, okay? So we'll talk about that. So many salons went, I don't like that. That'll never last. That'll never pass, because they just didn't want to learn something new. They didn't want to look at hair in a different way. They didn't want to. But now I've been like this in my life, and my clients have come in with pictures going, and I'm looking at that picture going, I can't do that. I don't know how to do that technique. I'm not sure how to do that technique. That's not going to work on you. And then you start sort of lying to your clients, okay? You start sort of saying, oh, no, that's not going to work for you. If behind the chair you get 3 or 4 pictures in a week or two and you don't know how to do them, you need to go back to the drawing board, okay? Because it's like Blockbuster saying, oh, you know what, video downloads, they'll never work. People will always rent DVD. There's no Blockbusters now. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way to look at it, People will say, people will always watch TV, and you'll always be able to advertise on TV, and you'll always be able to get clients. Really? Because nobody watches TV now. They're all on Netflix. Fast forward in the ads, watching TV when they want. Everything changes, and if you don't change with it, you're dead, okay? You're dead. So if a client's bringing you in a picture of balayage, or bringing in a version of it, you don't have to do a 7-hour balayage. You can do a back comb weave in a packet. You can learn from our page. You can go on courses with me. You can go on courses with Jane. You can go on courses with a million people. Just get with it. You can go to YouTube. Now, you do have to physically try to learn a technique. You understand what I'm saying? So many people are not willing to put the work in. We talked about this last week. The difference between education, which is seeing how to do something, and training, which is actually learning how to do something. That's like learning how to do a push-up so that you'll get good shoulders, and then actually doing a push-up. You understand what I'm saying? So you do need to be careful with that. I mean, is the signal gone here, guys, or is it okay? You do need to be careful with that. You know, that's okay. Connection's available. That's okay. So if you're getting pictures behind the chair and there's stuff that you're not really able to do, you need to. Hi, Seattle's a great town. I love Seattle. But you just gotta. It's called hustle. You just gotta hustle. And if they're keeping bringing in pictures of stuff that you can't do and you love it, learn how to do it. It's usually not that hard, you know. I did a head the other day, and I thought it was the most beautiful back home balayage. And I said to Rob, I said, that took me 2.5 hours. I said, now that's as good as any balayage I've ever seen. And he's like, yeah, you absolutely nailed that. And you did it in 2.5 hours. So I did a version of, based around the time I had with the client, in a salon environment. And I got it as close to a sort of Guy Tang as I possibly could in the time I had. And I was really happy with it. And she was really happy with it. And she spent the money. Now, it wasn't a balayage technique. Like, you know, when Jane uses things in wraps. You know, you do what you have to do to get where you need to go. Don't get too hung up about the details. But I nailed it, you know, and I was delighted with it. And I took a picture of it, and I haven't put the picture up for sure for yet, and I put the picture up during the week. But I loved it, you know, I absolutely loved it. And I did a beautiful transition in beautiful shape. And really, there a couple of months ago, I was a little bit stuck at that version of, and I was getting a lot of pictures. So my message here is, clients will teach you everything you need to know. It's just whether you're willing to learn. And that's the bottom line. You know, a client will say to you, I like this look. Now, are you willing to learn how to do it if you don't know how to do it? I see it in London. So many people, you know, were like, oh, I can't wait for this waves and balayage thing to end. I was like, yeah, but the clients seem to like it, you know. I can't wait for this to do that. And they keep wanting to do helmet hair, Star Wars hair, you know, whatever. I want to be successful, okay? I want to be successful. I want to make money. I want to do well for my wife. I want to do well for my family. I want a happy client. I want happy people in the chair. They're the ones paying. And this is the thing. Clients are king, okay? Clients are absolute kings. Without a client, you'll never sell a retail bottle. You'll never sell any shampoo. You'll never open the door. You'll never create a job. You'll never pay nothing to nobody without clients. So clients, what they bring in and what they reflect, your job is to make them as beautiful as they possibly can. And you know, that's the important thing. And then as you develop, they develop with you, you know, and you do tend to bring your own tribe along, you know. So that we've covered a lot there today, but that particularly is something to watch out for. Clients will teach you what you need to learn, you know, and listen to them, you know. And if they bring in now, I'm not talking about they're bringing in a picture of bleach up and she's like a 3-0. I'm not talking about stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. You know, when you look at something and you go, I don't really know how to do that. I wish I did. But I don't. Therefore, I'm going to tell her to just... It's a bit like that one, you know, that everybody should go lighter when they get older. It's such a load of rubbish. It's like, it's just a way a hairdresser to just not have to think about hair colour. And just whatever colour she had when she came in, we'll just copy that and do it a few shades lighter, because we don't have to think about her skin, her eyes, her vocal folds, her bone structure. Don't have to think about that. We'll just look at her head, whatever her colour is, and then we'll do it one shade lighter. And that's easy for me. I'll mix up an 8-0, boom, off they go. And sure, like, that's just like chicken soup, you know. And they wonder why they're not busy. You know, they go down to Boots. You go down to Boots and buy a box, and it would deliver more shine and condition than any of that rubbish, you know. That stuff is gone. If you think that's going to keep your salon open, or that's going to keep your freelance business strong, or keep your mobile business strong, you are dead in the water, because you can buy a better product from Boots. Why would you be going to someone? You know? You know, why would you be going to someone for that kind of rubbish? You need to up your game. You need to be... And you know what? You'll enjoy it. There's nothing nicer than taking a great picture. Put a straight base on. Yeah, there's not like... There's just like... There's nothing more boring than giving so little of yourself and expecting something back. Because if you give nothing, don't expect to receive nothing. It's the same on the page, same in life, same in any community. You've got to give to receive, and you've got to receive to give. It's the most important thing. I personalise every shade to do with their skin tone, and then you can give them a little personalised highlight. And like I say, if you look at face shapes, Sarah Jessica Parker highlights always started here. Giselle always started at her cheekbone. Whenever she did them above, they weren't nice. Jennifer Anderson always had a front face framer to offset her chin. Fantastic. These are small things. As the saying goes, get your own shit. So true, I tell you. So true. These are little things that people do and they never change. So you can change somebody's hair colour without changing their technique. If their technique is about their bone structure and their skin tone, then keep it at that. And then you can make their colour, every time they come in, you can make it a little bit richer. Like in the salon, I change every brunette to a dusty brunette, to a warm brunette, to a cool brunette, to a mixed brunette, to a violet brunette. But I change the brunettes all the time. And I have a fresh consultation with every customer. And I make them change just a little bit. Because this is where another thing where people get it completely arseways, if you don't mind me saying. Every year there's new fashion, Every year there's new fashion. But it's the same materials. Do you understand what I'm saying? So if you get a pair of jeans, 1 year it's straight leg, one leg it's boot cut, one leg it's short leg, the next leg it's long cut, but it's all denim. You understand what I'm saying? It's all denim. So if you have a brunette, 1 year it's dusty, 1 year it's cool, 1 year it's dark, 1 year it's light, 1 year it's chocolate, but it's all brunette, So those little changes, which are no big deal to you, if you're just willing to look at the hair and use a 671 instead of a 67, or a 675 instead of a 671. If you're just willing to change them, hiya Sue, great to see you. If you're just willing to change them a little bit every time they come in, they'll never forget that experience, because you've made them feel special every time they come in. And the fact that they're taking their money out of their pocket and putting it in your pocket, that is their right. That is their right. Because you have to create value for people to be successful. If you want to be successful, you have to create something that they need, that they're willing to pay for. Okay? They're willing to pay for. Because I'll ask you one question. Where does money come from? Okay? Where does money come from? I often say this behind the salon. Where does money come from? Is it from the bank? Is it from the universe? Money comes from other people's pockets. That's where it comes from. Doesn't come from banks. Doesn't come from anywhere. It comes from other people's pockets. And if they're willing to take that money out of the pocket and pay you to make them feel better, to make them look better, to make their skin look better, then you're in a winning position. Okay? You're in a winning position. Hey, Sue. Okay? Money comes from other people's pockets, and if they're willing to open up their wallet and give it to you because you've done something for them to make them feel better about themselves or about their hair or about their lifestyle, you will be successful. Okay? You will be successful. We add a lot of things onto services, like Pam is saying there, and we just charge. People rarely ask us what we charge because they know Teresa always comes from other people's pockets, always. Doesn't come from anywhere else. I don't pay my staff. My clients pay my staff and I give them a percentage. You understand what I'm saying? I don't pay them. The clients pay them. Doesn't come from my pocket. It comes from their pocket. Everything comes. Hey babes, good to see you, Trace. Everything comes from somebody's pocket. Nothing comes from, Andrew's the boss. Andrew pays me. Rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Clients pay you, and if you've no clients, you won't be getting paid. Where? How? It's not possible. You must create value, okay? And that comes through skill, education, value, okay? Everything in life comes from somebody's pocket, and they only want to give it to you, They want to give it to you, and the more you give them, the more they want to give it to you. Do you understand what I'm saying? Okay? Other people's pockets, never forget it. The person who's paying for your business or for your lifestyle, somebody has paid for that. 100% somebody has paid for that. Somebody has reached into their pocket and gave them money. A bank doesn't give you money for free. You don't go to a bank and a bank charges you 5% on the lifetime of the loan. So when your loan goes down, their 5% stays the same. Banks are there to rip you. They don't care. They're going to rip you apart for your whole life. The more you borrow from them, the more they'll rip you. They don't care. They get 5% for the whole, remember that, for the whole 30 years of the mortgage. Their interest doesn't drop, not once. Not once till you pay off your mortgage. So does money come from banks? I don't think so. I think your money ends up in banks. Okay? Money comes from other people's pockets. And you create something special for them and they will pay for it. Okay? They will pay for it. I'm sorry, it's a tough one, but it's a lesson that I learned and it's an important one. So when you get up for a client on Tuesday morning, remember that. Remember. I see for us, if people ask the price pan, we tell them, but I'm lucky I'm at that level. I'm at that level. Very few people ask what we charge, and I price in Wellaplex, I price in treatments, I price in free treatments, I price in everything, even the complimentaries I price in, but I don't rip people, I don't rip people. And yesterday I had a lot of low dockets because they were really good customers who didn't need huge jobs, except for the first one. The first one was a whopper, and that took me. Now I did increase my prices in January, and this particular client, her bill is expensive, and she actually called into the salon in January because she was so concerned that her price was going to go up that she couldn't afford to come to me, and she called into the salon very concerned whether she was going to be able to afford me because her bill was big, and I told her that her price increase wouldn't be going up because she was already at that very high level, and that I'd absorb what had happened because the VAT had gone up by 3.5% and my rent had gone up by 15%. So I had to up my prices by 5% across the board, as you do. And I just sent out a text to everyone and told them the prices came up across the board. I lost very few clients. The ones that I lost all came back, and I gained loads of new clients since that. So now we have a problem. We've never been busier. So I would never worry about stuff like that. Again, it's what you're giving them, It's what you're giving them. Well, see, if they're asking you the price, then I feel your consultation isn't good enough. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel that you're not bringing the magic, Consultations are about bringing the magic. Talking about their skin, talking about their eyes, talking about what you're going to do for them, talking about how brilliant you're going to do it, and then delivering. This is the thing. I mean, I think people in consultations are not so good because they're not so good. You understand what I mean? And they need to up their game and get better at what they do. Consultations are so important that no problem, Alexandra. I'll talk to you later. Consultations are so important about bringing the magic. They should be leaving after a consultation and skin test, skipping out the door going, I can't wait to see him now in a month or two, and have them looking at the Instagram and have them looking at I always say, I'm going to do your hair the best I can ever do it. It's going to be amazing, You do have to look at your pricing all the time. I mean, it's another tip I would say is that don't put up your cutting prices and your colour prices in the same year unless you have to. Either put up your colour one year and put up your cuts the next year, because it's a double hit. I mean, if you put up the cuts and you put up the colour, they've gone up by a $5 on both, and then it's a $10, and for some clients that can be a bit hefty. Now this year I put up the prices across the board: cut, colour, blow dry, everything went up. I had to, because the VAT went up and the rent went up, and I didn't have a choice. So I just, like Nick said, you have to know what you have to make to stay open every, and I know what I need to make to stay open, and I needed that to be like an extra 2.5 whatever a week, so just to stay open. So I had to do it, I had to do it. So yeah, you do have to look like that. You can talk, but it's brilliant. Gary, listen, bro. I can talk. I can. And I won't say the F word. I'm trying not to curse, Gary, yes. Because I used to be I'm like a sailor in this thing, you know what I mean? There's the Nilo. There's the Nilo on. That's all right, Niall. You can watch it back. I mean, with Glastonbury, I was very hard. I didn't even know if I wanted to come on. I haven't seen the chemicals. I just saw the Saw the Killers last night. They were ridiculously good last night. They were ridiculous. And Johnny Marr coming on from the Smiths. Unbelievable. That guy can play guitar. Anyway, you love this, Niall. There's a few good things about where money comes from and all that. You know, you'll love watching this back. And you always like looking at me, you know, because I'm so handsome. I'm just so handsome. You know it. You know it. My Bowie, my main man. I saw Janet just at the end, but I have a videoed. I used to fancy Janet Jackson so bad, it was unreal. But I saw it back. I'm gonna watch Janet back, and I'm gonna watch The Chemicals when I'm in the mood. You know what I mean? I've got a couple of great uses on me. I'll watch the Chems. I'll be round the house. I can't let the kids know how big a raver their dad was. You know what I mean? I have to let them think I was a medium raver, not like a well done Monday morning in an awful way raver, which is what I was. You know, I was well able to party, I can tell you, and I'm glad those days are behind me and I'm still alive to be here to talk to you guys, which is great. This has been a long one. So they're the things to watch out for. Consultation, watch it back. There's so much to learn in this, to understand. Minor raver, yes, Michael. How are you getting on, Michael? It's great to see you on. Yes, I sent a text message out. I sent a text message out when I had to say that the prices will be increased by a certain percent, and I give them a reason why. Hiya, Colin, one of the best haircutters in the world there, Colin McAndrew. Good to see you on, Colin. Love your hands. You should put up the odd video on the Wella page, Colin. Well, you got to see Colin. He does this sideways scissors over comb. It's to die for. It's like a you know, a beautiful free kick, or you know, a beautiful serve, you know, or a beautiful guitar solo. Colin's scissors over comb. So Colin, put up a video of your scissors over comb for me so I can introduce everyone to the world to how wonderful your hands. You know, yeah, you and me both, Niall. You were sure you were as wild as me. But that was the look. Read back on this. Consultations. Make your clients your fans. The clients are the number one fans. Everything you tell them, they'll relate to their friends. You know, everything your belief system. You know, if you're not good enough, go back, retrain. Oh no, Colin, I mean it. You fabulous hands, jazz hands. You fabulous hands. I could watch your hands. I love that sideways scissors over comb you do. It's beautiful. I love watching good hair cutters. The guy, Phyllis. I love watching good hair cutters. I get a lot of inspiration. I actually prefer to go to watch cutters than I do colorists a lot of the time, because you know, there's very few things I haven't seen. But when I watch an amazing hair cutter. Hi Sylvie, Madame President. I've Cody on. Great to see you, Sylvie. This has been a long one, Sylvie, so I'm just coming to an end now. But I love watching great hair cutters. I do. I love watching great hair cutters, and I'll often go to shows and just watch hair cutters because I get just I love watching their posture and the way they work. Great to see you, Sylv. Great to see you. Thanks for your support as always. I only got lunch with you the last time. So many things to talk to you about, you know, because the community here, they keep me busy. So I hear and see everything and get great ideas. But right, guys, so there's so many things today we need to have concentrated on. Consultations, how to build a clientele, how to make your customers your fan, how to keep it about their focal point, bone structure, skin tone, eye colour, all that type of thing. Always listen to your client. Your client is king. Your client is king. All money comes from somebody's pockets. Don't ever forget. Well, I love to you, Sylvie. There's not many companies that would have the boss coming on live on a page like we have here. We're very lucky to have Sylvie. She's so plugged in, and she's the reason the page is the way it is, because I spoke to her about what I thought we could do, and she thought we could do it too, you know. And when you have a dream and the boss believes in your dream, well then your dream comes true, you know. And this is only going to get stronger and better, and the standard of hairdressing will just improve because we're all here for each other, helping each other, and this is real and authentic. There's nothing in the way between you and me. I'm just holding the phone here talking to you. That's the power of it all. There's no makeup artists or people taking care of me, even though I wish there was, you know. There's no need that we can just be in touch with each other and we can help each other. Yes, Colin, I'll see you in August, but do put up a video of you doing a sideways scissors over comb, because it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen, Colin, and I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it on page. And Niall Colgan, he's a hell of a hair cutter as well, and you'd love watching some of his work, you know. So that's about it. Look back in the video, consultations, how to take care of your clients, how to be in the circle of their clients without draining them. You know, we like to keep it real here. Yeah, we like to keep it real. And Pam's been here from the start, August 6th, 6 in the morning. I was like, right, Pam, where do we go from here? Niall's got beautiful hands. Niall, you love Colin. As I say, I love watching hair cutters. I love watching hair cutters. It's one of my favourite things. It inspires me. If a beautiful hair cutter works for me, John, he's sassoon trained. Their posture, their hands, the elevation, their arms, you know, their elbows. I loved watching Michael the other day cutting hair, and then I loved Tony and Guy are doing a lot of their education there. They're putting on live. That's really good. The Tony and Guy team are superb, you know. Yeah, we're flying. So the thing is, I want from all of you, number one, some of the wonderful posts and everybody talking about how they feel and being part of the community. That is just terrific. Don't let your ego get in the way. We're all here to learn. It doesn't matter. Like, there's people on the page who would wipe me at times, and there's people on the pages who just, you know, there's some of the best hair colours on the world are posting pictures for you. So if you feel you're not as good as them, that's okay. I feel that way as well. We all feel that way. It's no big deal. You know, I see things, you know, you see things that people put up and you're like, oh my God, that must have taken forever, or that's just incredible, you know. Yeah, I love watching people cut. I do. I love what Niall, you've got lovely hands. Colin, lovely hands. I love watching Mark from Sassoons. He's beautiful. And then I love Angelo and watching that. Hi, Eve. How's it going, babes? I love all that. I love watching colours probably more than I do watching colours. You know, just because I just it's a skill I don't. Is it the cure tonight? Yeah, it's a skill I've such appreciation for. But look back on the videos. Consultation is key. Consultation is key to everything. Have a consultation with every client. Think about the focal points, bone structure, skin tone, eye colour, face shape, texture of hair. What colour is in their hair? What areas can I work with? Their skin. Is it their eyes? You know, there's different points on people's face that you need to look at. Eyebrow, eye, chin, nose, top lip, bottom lip, chin, chest. These are areas that you can, with a little highlight, you can highlight. And if you do that, your client will love you forever. And she will reach into her pocket and pay for you to do that. And your boss will give you money out of that. And everything comes from that pocket, okay? Every single thing. It doesn't come from the boss, it comes from the customer. It comes from the person behind the chair. They reach into their wallet and they pay. And then they come over and they give you a tip. It's the most beautiful, wonderful thing. We're so lucky to be in this business, okay? We're so lucky to have that. Clients give me little tips, little, you know, $5 or, you know, I've had huge tips as well, but you know, I've got customers coming to me 25, 30 years and they give me €5. It's such a special €5. I nearly want to go down and put it in the church for somebody or something. I want to light a candle with it at times, because it might mean a lot to you, but it means a lot to them, you know, and your customer is everything, you know, it means a lot to them. So I don't want to stay on too much longer, because then people can't watch it back, because it's on for God knows ever, you know. Hi Lorenzo, how you doing? But still training, loved watching this. We're all still training, trust me, I'm still training. Somebody will bring in a picture of something this week and I'll go, I don't really know how to do that, and I actually love it. You know, it's not like they're bringing something that's mental. They're bringing something that's beautiful, that they can wear, that's perfect for the skin, but we don't know how to do it. And that's when you need to up your game. Customers will teach you everything you need to know. You just need to listen to them, not insult them by saying, oh, you couldn't wear that hair colour, that wouldn't suit you. Hey, That wouldn't suit you. That's all rubbish. You know when someone's prodding you, you can feel it. You can feel that weakness in your game, and you need to up your game. Okay. Now, huge appreciation to everybody out there posting and talking as a community and helping each other. There's lots of superstars on the page, and there's lots of people just starting. It's fantastic. Yeah, it's great. It's yeah. No, I don't know if I can. I don't know if I really have a drink on a Sunday. I had 2 large grey gooses and a packet of crisps last night, and I can tell you what, that was superb. It was enough for me, But I will be back next Sunday with another little ditty for you. I'll be thinking about it all week. Done and dusted. It's a wrap. But I need you now to invite your quality hair friends. I need you to refer your hair friends to the Wella page, because I am going to... Any of these accounts that are just bogey or people with triple accounts, there's so many, there's a few of them. I'd like to just remove them, because we're into engagement in our page. And we've a huge engagement. Yeah, no, we'll definitely have to catch up now. I'd love to see you. Love to see you. But we're into engagement. We're into reality. We're into helping people. And as we've seen this week, there's so many influencers out there with 3 million people following them, and nobody followed them. No engagement. Nobody cares. Dusty old hotel with nobody staying in it. Where our hotel is rammed with fabulous people. So we're very lucky. But invite your friends to the page. Make sure there's something on their profile that says they're hairdressers, because I can't let them in otherwise. I can't. It's already huge problems with people who are not hairdressers who are trying to get on the page to try and have a go at home. It's a huge issue, and we have to deal with that all the time. So invite your friends, get them on the page, because I'd love to hit 20,000 for August if it was possible. It's not the end of the world if I don't, and I've huge appreciation for every one of yous that share, posts, supports, likes a picture, just tries, because it takes a lot of guts to ask a question. It takes a lot of guts to post. It takes a lot of guts. So invite your friends, post, support. If you can't post, then support. Help each other. We're all here to help you. The admin are here to help you. We're all hairdressers, every one of us. Even the guys who work for Wella, they're still on the road. They're still out there giving it socks. We have the best hair products in the world, and I any ideas for products, I will pass on, and I know that Wella is really up for, that we are the best market research that any hair company could ever have, because at their fingertips they have 20,000 of the greatest hairdressers around the world telling them what they think, and telling them what they feel, and telling them what they're working at, and telling them what trends they're doing, and telling them what's happening behind the chair. So that is just such a powerful medium for anybody, that through time that connection will get stronger. And as you can see, we had Madam President coming on live to say hello to everyone. So that's how lucky we are. Not many companies have that close community that we have. Like we call it the Wella family, because it is a Wella family, and you're all part of it. Okay. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to go down and watch Glastonbury and pretend I'm on that stage. Or I'd just be happy to be backstage. I wonder how much a ticket is for backstage at the Pyramid. And have a guess. I'd say it's about 15, 20 grand. Corporate, And I'd have to go corporate. My age, I'd have to be driven in. Okay? Driven in. And just sat up there and watching it. No way I'm sitting there in the field. Yeah, we're very lucky. That's... When I started the page, I was going to just keep it at the hair community, but it just didn't feel right. I felt I had to have Wella, and I'm so glad I did, because they've been so supportive and they're so behind us. And it's just going to get stronger and stronger and better and better. Okay, guys? Yeah, I'll go relax. I'll take it easy. The sun's come back out, so I can actually make myself a little bit redder, which is always my plan. And I'll watch Glastonbury. Hi, Shay. How's it going from LA? Hope the new salon's going well. I'm just finishing up here so you can watch it back. Wishing you the best of luck, Shay. I saw the new dark oil products that you had up on your page. I don't know if they're going to be released in Europe. I hope they are. Take it easy, Pam. You get back onto the jacuzzi and get back into the El Vino Collapso. Enjoy yourself. Take care, Catherine, and take care, everybody. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday, okay? Thanks again. Invite your friends. September, bro, is it? Yeah. That dark oil collection looks really good. I mean, we use a lot of Lux Oil in the salon. System Professional Lux Oil is an incredible product. But sometimes it's just not enough, and if it's not enough, whipped cream and dark oil is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Sebastian is still as strong as ever. There's still, the products are still as good as ever. They still sell, and we're the Sebastian salon. We always will be. So Karen's back, but I'm gone. I'm going off to watch Glastonbury and have a glass of Ribena and jump around. And that's about it. Love you all. Invite your friends. Let's hit 20k for August. And I'll do something special for August. I'll do, I might even do Sweet Caroline. I might do, a George. You never know. I'll do something special. And I'll talk to you soon. Love you all, guys. God bless. And thanks again. Leandro, great to see you. You can watch it back. Thanks again, Kim. Thanks again to everybody. If you have any questions that you think you'd like to watch, you think that would be interesting as a discussion, let me know and we'll answer them. Shay, best of luck in the salon. Good to see those hips back behind the chair. The hips in that man, I'm telling you, you never lived. And Salas, keep it up. I love your posts. I'll talk to you all soon. God bless. This has been a long one. And I need to have a lie down. And now, Sweet Caroline, you know yourself. All right, I said, is always a classic Shay, because you can just scream it out, I am, I said. The client's half asleep and she's like, Jesus Christ, what happened there? We used to do stuff like this, me and Shay, the stuff we used to get up to, you crack yourselves laughing. But when you're good at your gig, you can do more. Yeah, Shay, it's nice to see you putting up stuff like that. We'll have a Sebastian love in as well, because they're part of the Wella family, and they gave me a great break back in the day, so I owe them, and I love being a part of them. So, anyway, Stephen, good to see you. Matei, good to see you. Watch it back. Love yous. Talk to you soon. Consultations, everything's on the page. And keep posting and invite your friends. Talk to you soon. God bless. Have a good evening. I'm going to watch the Glastonbury. I'm going to watch, this is The Cure tonight. Yeah, I'm going to watch Glasgow. Take it easy, guys. Love you all. And thanks, everyone, for posting. Okay? Love you all. Good night. Ribena is calling me. See you next week. Yes, we're talking about, I'm talking to Geneva and stuff, Tracy, about lots of different things. That we're trying to just do it slow so that we can do things, so that there's a certain level and a standard. There's a lot going on. I won't lie to you, there's a lot going on. And it's just trying to find the time, but I'm working on that, Trace. I'm working on that. Great tips as always, Tracy. Always. You're always there. You're always there, babes. Always. Talk to you soon. Love you all. See you next week.